So black people are sitting on their own without asking anybody to interfere in their issue. But there are some people that will ridiculously take their self, jump into black people's business, so they want black people to talk. Now, let it make sense to me that it is Halloween and this white woman have the rights, the guts, the effrontery, the temerity to go into the store, get costumes, paint her face like a black woman. Now, it doesn't just end there. What she said after she did that particular video and every single black person stitched that video is what is really so annoying, disgusting. And at the end of the day, I have concluded that some of these white folks have mental issue because please, once you watch this video from beginning to the end and you listen to what is her reason behind painting her face as a black woman for the sake of Halloween, let me know in the comment section if this is actually a black people's problem or a white people's problem. Anyways, hi guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's Sonia and I'm back again with another mind-blowing video. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like, comment and share. Watch this video and give me your honest opinion. And with that being said, let's dive right into this video.
By the way, half the struggles that black women think they face, it's of their own fucking doing. Running around in nails like this, running around in earrings like this, like you people fight every day. You people fight every day. Could you choose any outfit and get up that's like less conducive to fighting? Seriously. They wear wigs that can be pulled out. They put braids in their hair that could rip the rest of their hair out, and then they complain about having alopecia. No, it's self-induced alopecia. Back to work!
So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate, and that they're not receiving the reparations that they think they deserve, despite the fact that they did not build this country, contrary to what they say all the time, and they are certainly not improving the country. They are actually doing everything in their power to destroy the country. So I made this stream last night, a live stream, and a few people watched it, and now people are quite angry. Several allegations are being alleged against me. Why is she doing this? Is she just a shock jock, just an agent provocateur? Or is she a grifter? Or is she Jewish? Or is this a federal asset here to seed division amongst people? So I want to put some of those accusations to bed. I want to explain the method behind the madness and perhaps what my long-term goals are. Because unlike an agent provocateur who just wants to cause chaos, I actually want to see my country improved. Okay, and you might say, well, how is doing blackface on a stream, how is that improving the country? Well, let me explain to you how. The country has been slowly dissolving into destruction. It's slowly been destroyed over time. We're frogs in boiling water. That's what's been going on in this country. We've slowly had our rights stripped away. We've slowly lost sovereignty of our country, and now shadowy forces that are now becoming more identifiable and clear to the general populace have destroyed our country. They've shipped in immigrants. They've shipped in all sorts of cultures that clash with our cultures and our religions, and we've lost our national identity, and we've lost our racial identity as well. They've been pushing miscegenation on us. They've been pushing this idea that we should be guilty for the reason, and it's white people that are to blame for the, you know, the downfall and destruction of non-white people. Of course, there's no accountability in that camp. It's just our fault as well. So I've been looking back, and I've been seeing my country get progressively worse, and I've noticed it seems to have been a national uptick in the destruction and chaos in the last 5 years. I've seen my country become destroyed at an accelerated pace. I think we can all tell. I think it was kicked off with COVID when we were collectively stripped of our rights. And it's just continued to escalate ever since. So what I want is I want my country to be great again, okay? That's why Trump won in 2016, and that's why he's our president now, because he ran on this slogan of making America great again. I think he has failed in a lot of ways, because when a politician gets up into a position of political power, they quickly are presented with the real people who run our country, and they quickly learn that there is no sovereignty and there's no power in the political offices that they hold, despite being elected there on certain promises that they gave the voter, and the voter elects them into those positions. I want that to change. I want our sovereignty back. I want our racial identity back. And I want my homogenous society back. I want a country to live in that's going to be a good, thriving place for my children to grow up in. I want a place where families can feel safe to raise children. I want a place where everyone, despite how poor you are, despite how rich you are, can live in peace and can live in nice, prosperous communities. I want to live in a country that
to bring some loving here today. Oh, make it nice and make it sound. Don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see.
All right, that's enough soul for today. I was gonna get some chicken, and I was also gonna get some watermelon, but I didn't have much time. Last minute, I was like, okay, I'm gonna do this, because this would be really fun. And we haven't done a stream in a while, so I was gonna go buy KFC, but by the time I remembered to do that, I was already in blackface, and I figured it probably wasn't the smartest idea to go out in public looking like this. Plus, I'm already sweating, and it's kind of coming off. By the way, this is really hard. Props to black women who can actually pull this off, because it's really difficult keeping this, and I still don't have it completely on. Cost me $50. The guy at Walmart, I went to Walmart to get it, and people were looking at me very strangely because I was in the aisle, and I had this. I was like, where is the black makeup? By the way, discrimination. There is not enough black makeup. Also, I got my nails. I got my nails did. I got my nails did too. And I wanted a wig. I wanted a weave, but I couldn't find one. I went to Dollar General, which was full of blacks, by the way. I was the only white person there. I went to Family Dollar, Dollar General, Dollar Tree, and fucking Walmart, and there was not a single wig anywhere. Anywhere. So that sucked. I'm also burning up. I was gonna do my hands, but it was getting everywhere. Like I've already got black face all over the place, so I didn't want to ruin my computer for the sake of the bit. But yeah, we're in festive gear. We've got our pumpkin, no KFC, and no watermelon today, and no sweet tea as well. Actually, I do have some tea.
Who are you doing this for? Who are you trying to impress? Who are you trying to anger? You really think that you putting on a whole bunch of dark makeup and talking about getting your nails done, and wanting fried chicken and watermelon, you think that upsets us? I promise you it doesn't. I don't even like watermelon. My hair comes from the scalp, right? That was supposed to really piss us off, right? Shaniqua. Pathetic. That's what it is. You look uncomfortable as hell right now. You look nervous as hell. Because every time y'all want to be racist, y'all go to these stereotypical characters. And you knew better than to go outside looking like that, because you know better. If you was really about that life, you would have went outside and got that chicken looking just like that. If you was really committed to the bit. I got my nails did. I believe you have a child that also has a black father. That is so disheartening. This is the problem that I have with interracial dating, specifically black men who date white women, because black men continuously go out and date white women and procreate with them, produce with them, have children with them, and these white women do not like black people, and they inherently pass that disgustingness on to their children, form of abuse, self-hate, or they completely erase anything culturally connected to the black side of that child. And it is so frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's so fucking frustrating. It's so frustrating. It's frustrating because and that's why I don't typically give black women who date outside of the community as hard of a time as I do black men, because black women usually there's always an exception to the rule, but usually when a black woman dates a man who is not black or is not a part of the community, he is usually, we don't usually go out and get a Chad. We don't usually go out and get a Chad. And if we do get a Chad and hung around the bros for a little bit. He knows code. He knows ball a little bit. And then we are left to have to deal with the consequences of your penis's actions. I don't like that at all. I feel bad for that child, because if she is this disgusting online, I can only imagine how disgusting she is at home. And there's a possibility that she's not even like that offline, because I'm sorry, I don't believe the bit. I'm not convinced at the level of racism that you have. I'm not convinced. I've seen racism and you don't seem like you know ball. Real shaky, your voice is trembling a little bit. You didn't even want to go outside and be racist. What do you like, level 1, level 2? Like, which level are we at right now?
So I just saw clips of that Pimple Puss lady who did full blackface as her Halloween costume and said that she was dressed as a black woman because that's the scariest thing that she could think of. I'm not going to say her name or post the clips because that is what she wants and I refuse to give her what she wants. But I wanted to point out one of the things that she said while she was dressed in blackface because I thought it was really interesting. She said that she had planned to go to KFC, but by the time she remembered that she wanted to do that, she was already dressed in blackface, and so she didn't think that it was a smart idea to go out in public like that. That tells me everything that I need to know. This woman wants to be Charlie Kirk reincarnated. She wants to be a professional rage baiter, but will that ever really happen for her? Did Ben and J-Lo's marriage last? Because it's the same. I fear the only thing scary is her. Let's be so for real, she would never do this with her chest. She said herself it was not smart for her to go in public looking like that because she knows the second she steps outside in full blackface, a fade would immediately be caught. And I'm not condoning violence. However, I'm not going to act like for some people, violence isn't the answer. Violence is the question. And the answer is yes. So she sits from the comfort of her parents' home attempting to rage bait for clicks and clout, but what she fails to realize is that no matter how racist she is, no matter how much she tries to appeal to a certain demographic, she is a she. You think they're going to follow a woman? Right. Never mind the fact that when she first went viral a year and a half ago, they found out that she has a biracial child and threw her out like the piece of trash that she is. This woman wants to be a professional rage baiter from home. Don't give her the satisfaction. If you're going to rage bait, come outside and do it. Because I'm trying to see something. Peace and love. Talk to you later.
Watch the video.
It's a black woman myself. They are simply just jealous of us, okay? They're jealous of our high IQ. They're jealous of our great talent at inventing things. And I will not have any of you mocking me. In fact, I see a lot of people making fun of black women in this comment section, and I don't appreciate it. Somebody said, you are a Jew, Lily. That's correct. We are the real Jews. Us black people, we was Jews and shit. So we was everything, okay? You all came from a black woman. You were all of the womb of a black woman, all right? So we was Jews, we was Kangs, we was everything, all right? Don't be playing me like that. Don't play me like that. That's the only black phrase I know. Dance, Lily. No, you don't deserve the dancing. You don't deserve it, you crackers. You cracker scum. You will not. I need some tea. Need me some sweet tea. This is the blackest thing I have. I don't know if pumpkins are very black, but I did bring the pumpkin in to remind you guys of slavery, okay? Because a long time ago, back in the old days, we was over here picking pumpkins and watermelons and shit. And what was you doing? You were cracking the whip. Back to work. Back to work. It's true.
Miss Girl thought she ate down by painting her face in whatever shade of foundation that was. So you telling me you went to the store You picked up a brown foundation and spent your USDs on it to get on your podcast that we don't know the name of to imitate black women or black people. I don't know which one. It's more concerning than it is upsetting. That is something that you need to talk to a fucking psychiatrist about. Why are y'all so obsessed? Why? Why?
Welcome back to the show. So last night was Halloween, as many people know, and I decided to dress up like everyone else does. You know, people are out there dressed like Satan and witches, and they're dressed like every horrible thing under the sun. Well, I decided to dress up as something, the most horrifying thing I could think of. I'm thinking The Grudge, The Ring Girl, Freddy Krueger, Pennywise, which is the black woman, which is a person who is angry and fed up that their EBT card has been declined, that their race card is no longer working in this new climate. Yeah, she dressed up as a black woman, blackface and all, and the complete display of racism, disrespect, and disgusting stereotype made me sick to my stomach. I'm gonna show you a small clip, but I will warn you.
I was gonna get some chicken, and I was also gonna get some watermelon, but also I got my nails. I got my nails did. I got my nails did too. I'm like, bitch, you're in our culture. You're a fucking Jeet in our culture. She's literally in our country. The Jeets are in our country.
So, you picked cotton for a few years and you've just been destroying the country that we built for the rest of the time. She has a huge following on many social media platforms. How can people support this?
Someone should explain to me in the comment section how everything that this thing said, how is it black people's business? How is it black people destroying the country? So no wonder I will keep saying, you see this thing called racism? It will never end until these people see that every single black soul leaves the US. So that it would be them, white on white folks. Now, you took your camera, you arranged it and you kept it. And then you went to the store to go buy costumes or to go buy what you actually put on. It's for you to go ahead, paint your face as a black woman, doesn't just end there. Put some of our precious earrings on, fix your nails, and then come out to say a lot of things that, yeah, no problem, it is Halloween, keep saying it. Then you came back, because that is the most annoying part, to make a video, and you keep screaming and keep emphasizing in your video that black people have literally been trying to destroy every single thing built in the country. Please let it make sense to me that a lot of people on EBT, if they are not your people, let it make sense to me that a lot of people crying for food stamps are not your people. They are your fellow white folks, but because you are not informed, you are deformed, because you don't always want to know the truth, you only want to run with a narrative that you have embedded in yourself. It is now a thing or a problem for black people. Now, you said it with your mouth that everybody is dressing in Halloween, and you decided to dress with what is the most upsetting, the most horrific. There is no name you literally do not call black people. And yet, you want black people to sit down, fold their arms, clap for you, and tell you, oh, girl, you are doing well, keep up the good work. Or you want black people to come and start hailing you and be like, oh, that's a good thing, just be doing what you know how to do best. You know, sometimes a lot of these white folks try to shame black people, try to rob black people what black people are not of. But at the end of the day, shame is not their portion, because whatsoever they're trying to rob on black people, they are still obsessed with that thing. You took our costume, you dressed like us, but still, you are still angry at yourself. Can't you see that you are trapped in the skin that you never loved in your whole entire life? You have so wished badly to be black people, but it was not possible for you. So the only way you can actually explore this is to go ahead and paint your horrible skin like a black person. Can't you see that what you're trying to throw, the stone you're trying to throw, you actually throwed it into your own house that is a glass house? You will literally not see black people dressed like white folks and trying to do things that white folks do, because there are a lot of stupid things that white folks do that at the end of the day, if black people decide to take it into consideration, they will have a lot of content to film. But no, black folks are minding their business, trying to stay on their lane, trying not to meddle in your business. But it is so hard for you guys that call yourself the almighty, the superior, those ones that have the privilege, you guys that are ruling the country, you guys that belt every single thing, is still obsessed with people that are enslaved, is still obsessed with people that have gone through segregation, is still obsessed with people that have gone through Jim Crow and every other single thing. And I'm not surprised, because one thing I know why these people are doing all of this, it is because they have seen that no matter what, how hard they are trying, black people are still thriving, black people are still standing, black people are not moving. They have seen that no matter how hard they are trying to make us feel horrible, make us look down on ourselves, we are still succeeding, we are still successful in the economy. And that is what is really pissing these people off. And I wish they keep getting themselves pissed off. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this video. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. And yes, with no further ado, I'm going to say bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. This is just for educational purposes, would not support any form of violence here. I'll see you guys in my next one.